On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Called that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Well, if the plan is to come in.
Here's Matt Hawk now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fielded at about the 28. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Ravens, they'll take over. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Titans out in front in that one. The Titans looking to get off to a hot start, and a road win would help them do just that. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. A touchdown there for John Brown. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting L.A. Rams as that one's gone to halftime. Cam Newton with 3 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away. That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 71 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak. So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now. It becomes contagious, doesn't it? It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well. Well, they are clicking right now. And all the way down to the 29. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt. Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game, and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases? They missed their fits, didn't they? Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run. Back now in Miami. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And now they're in the hurry-up. And he'll give it here to his running back. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 31 yards as the Ravens push further.
Set, ready. Lobo. Now, we ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. What happened?
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. Turning into a really good performance on the road, week 1.
Set up. 60 outlaw. Get up. Get up.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week